All right, put your hard hats on for this one, boys. This one's not gonna like, dude. Relationships, for better or for work. Let me explain something to you guys, man. Relationships suck. As a guy, I'm gonna tell you right now, relationships fucking suck. And when I say they suck, it's not in a bad way that they suck. I mean, like the way they suck is if it's not getting better, you have to work. Like there's no other way around it. You're going to have to work. Don't think she's going to take the initiative to make it work. Don't ever think that. Never ever think that. Get that out your fucking heads. Don't ever believe it. It's fictional. It's mythology. It's like the same thing they tell you about Zeus and the Egyptians and all those stuff. It's not real. See, what you guys have to understand, you got to be honest with yourself. Relationships are going to suck because you have to do most of the heavy lifting. 80-20. You're going to do most of the work in a relationship, and she's going to carry a small portion of the relationship. Now, her small portion is very important because it makes the full 100%, but you're going to put all the heavy lifting, and she's going to carry like maybe the water. But you got all the tents, you got all the tools, the guns, the food, everything else. She's carrying the water, and maybe like a little dog or something. But you're going to do most of the work, and you know what? You just have to accept that. If you don't want to have a partner or a relationship in your life, then fine. Be a single dude. Go by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful life. But you're going to end your life as a lonely old man. Which is, I don't know if that's a problem for most guys. I mean, everybody's going to end their life as a lonely old man. But when you're dealing in a relationship, if you want to have a family, want to have kids, if you don't want to be just by yourself in isolation, rich and alone and in peace, then stay single. Be single. Now, what you're going to miss out on is all the fun things that you have when it comes to kids, when they get older, when you go kicking with them, when you're retirement age, you got people to go hang out with if you did a good job and so forth and so forth. But if you want to make this relationship thing work, one of the things you have to start to understand is like there's three principles. Everything that's like kind of worth something in life is going to be hard work and it's not going to be fun most of the time. It's just not. It's not. Except for having kids. Having kids is the only thing that's like kind of fun in the beginning. Then the rest of the shit's all hard work and labor. But the fun part is making the kids. The hard part is everything else that comes after them. And then once they get older and they grow up and you have grandbabies, then you have fun again. But you're going to be annoyed and just pissed off most of the time throughout raising the kids. That's just how it goes. But be happy and look at it as like this is God or the universe bestowing a gift upon me to become a better human being. Now let's get to it. The reason relationships are going to suck is because she has a shitload of emotions. Doesn't matter if a woman is like 18 or fucking 65, she's going to be emotional. It's just how they are. They're wired that way. They can't help it. They have estrogen. They have all these emotions, everything flowing through them. They can't make good choices for most of the time in their life. And they're going to look upon you to fix everything and make sure they don't make bad choices. And when they make bad choices, they're going to look at you like, why'd you let me make that bad choice? They're going to skip the accountability. And you know what? You're not going to get away from that. You're stuck with that. That is just the way the game is played. That's why God has bestowed man with a big back, big legs, heavy hands to work, and a sturdy mind, and not a very emotional, because somebody has to be emotional in the relationship. It's going to be hurt. So you can't be over here all super emotional, dude. You got to just take it on the chin and just deal with it. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, because it's the yin and the yang of life. Because if you're just left alone, you can be a stoic, mad, pissed off dude that just has no emotions, no color to your life, because everything's going to be binary. Everything's going to be work, 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 rest. Work, 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 rest. Numbers, numbers, numbers. That's all you end up doing. You just be a business guy. That's it. That's why you see most single dudes end up going to business, because what else you're going to do? Might as well just be in business. You don't got anything else bugging you. So it's best for you, and everything in the system is don't let her emotions influence your choices or the things you're going to do, because her emotional choices are not good for the system in the long haul. See, what you have to understand is life is not played every weekend. Life is played from now until you die. So you want to make the best choices and decisions that give you the best leverage and options and the most amount of freedom from now until you die. So your job is to make sure that the system that you create allows for everything to go smoothly as possible within the confines. Like there's going to be chaos, but you want chaos within the confines of your system. So you know how to deal with that chaos. You don't want chaos coming from the outside the system, because if there's chaos coming from outside the system, then you can't like really account for those things. So your goal is to not let her influence your choice and decisions that fuck up the system. It's like, you know how you let an invasive species come into a system or ecosystem it's not supposed to be in? The invasive species ends up decimating the ecosystem because it's not supposed to be there. The same thing with her emotion. Her emotions are not supposed to be dictating the system. When her emotions get into the system and you start making choices about the system based off her emotions, everything goes to shit. It all goes to shit. And then you're stuck like, what the fuck? Why did I even let her make the choices? I should just stuck with what I knew was better for the long term. And that's what I'm saying. Man, we learned the hard way. Because at the end of the day, it all falls back on you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. She'll go back to her friends, family. Everybody will give her a powwow, eat ice cream. Meanwhile, you're stuck like, fuck. I got to fix this fucking big ass mess I just created for myself for no reason. Because I let her emotions dictate my choice and decisions. So you make your decisions and you stick firm to them. And don't let her emotions fuck up the system. Whatever you do, don't let them mess the system up. Now, you could talk about things with her, but at the end of the day, you need to be comfortable with how the system's going to be ran through your choices. This is why it's very important, like as a dude, try to have your life together, have some skills, have some things that you can fall back on. So in case it blows up, you're not left out there homeless in a car trying to figure it out. You don't want to be in that situation. It's always better for you to come into the situation with the most leverage. Simply because we try to keep everything at peace and she's coming in with chaos. 2, your happiness is not her responsibility. She's not responsible for making you happy. But on the flip side, your happiness creates her happiness. Now, let me explain this. When a man is happy, when a man is flourishing, when a man is doing good, everybody around him is typically happy, flourishing, and doing good. When a man is not happy, when a man is not flourishing, when a man is not doing good, typically everybody around him is not flourishing, not happy, and not doing good. So it's of the utmost paramount that you retain your contentment, your happiness, and your peace in body. Everything can go shitty all around you. It can all be fireworks, everything fucking up, blowing up, boom, 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 shots all over the place. You gotta stay steady and do the little things that make you happy. Like if you love to get up in the morning and go for a 2-mile run and that makes you get up and be energetic and happy for the day, you make sure no matter what, you get up, you fucking go do that run. If you like reading a book, 30 pages in the morning to get your mind fresh. If you like playing the piano, doing something that makes you happy. If you like filming YouTube, whatever makes you happy. I'm not saying go overboard and just fucking desert all your responsibilities and things. But whatever makes you happy that you need to get in to be able to make you satisfied, to be able to get through another day in life, you do that. Because she does not care about your happiness. Like she's going to say, I want you to be happy, but she really don't care. And it's not a bad thing. It's that they don't know how to care about these type of things. Because women by nature are just very selfish and vain. It's just their nature. They can't help it. It's just the nature of the beast. Same thing with men are very selfish when it comes to their resources and what they do with their resources. So if a man is sharing his resources with you or taking care of you and something like that, believe me, he's going out his way and going against his very nature to do it, which means he cares about you. But your happiness trickles down because when you come in and you got your day going, you had a good day in business, you got a workout in. When you come home, you're happy to see your wife, and she reciprocates that information. She's like, oh, my husband, he's happy. My man, he's looking good. He's cheerful. I'm happy now. And then when you can take that happiness and you can go like, you know what, babe, let's go. I had a great day in business. Let's go out and go get something to eat. Let's go out and play putt-putt golf. Let's go out and go fucking watch a movie. Let's go do something, so forth and so forth. That is reciprocated throughout the environment. Like everybody can tell when dad's not having a fucking good day, everybody in the fucking house knows dad's not having a good day. Because dad fucking has the energy about it. It's just like, he's fucking just pissed off. So it's of the utmost paramount that you make sure you take care of yourself, make sure you take care of your happiness, because she's not going to do it for you. She don't even know how to do it for you. She don't get it. And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of guys, like one of the things you're going to sacrifice when you get in a relationship is a little bit of your happiness and your freedom. Because you have to make sure that other people around you are doing good. And that takes away from you. Because men, we are isolated creatures. We are naturally loathsome, loner creatures that don't want to be disturbed, bugged when we're doing what we're doing. A man can be happy to sit on his couch playing with his balls, not doing nothing. He could do that for 5-6 hours just at the day, just sitting like this. Like I remember when I was single, man, I could sit on my couch and just sit there and think all day. Like I went out, did some money, made some money, had a good day, and I'll just sit there and just meditate. And at the end of that meditation, I'm like, all right, I'm cool. Let me go do my next thing. That's man's natural state. It's just kicking it. Women don't have that natural. Women don't. They get fidgety when there's nothing going on. They start looking for shit to do. So make sure you retain your happiness. Make sure you retain your peace. It's on you. She's not gonna do it for you. It's on you. Be a big boy. Be a big boy. And number 3, whatever you do in a relationship, don't quit. Whatever you do in a relationship, do not quit. If you decide to go in a relationship, you decide to do this thing and get into it, don't quit. That's why it's so important, I would say now, to take it slow. Take it slow. Think. Make sure you take everything in advance, because once you get in, you cannot quit. Now, she can quit, but the reason you can't quit is because you can't come back once you quit. It's like quitting a job. When you quit a job, you can't come back to the job, because then they're going to treat you like shit, because they're going to look at you like, look at this motherfucker. What are you doing back here? And that's when you get treated bad. You get treated bad when you try to come back after you quit. Never quit. You stay with it. Now, if she quits, even better. Because if she walks away, you always have the high road, which is you can decide now if you want to take her back. And then you can always like argue and have like the higher ground and leverage, because she's like, well, I quit. Well, I want to come back. And you're like, all right, you want to come back, you got to do this, 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 and this. But if you quit and try to come back, it's a bad look. It's a horrible look. It's a horrible fucking look. So listen, once you get in a relationship, stick with it. Don't give up. Don't quit. It's going to suck. It's just like anything else in life, like training, working out. It's going to suck. But on the opposite end of it is where all the payoff is, where all the good stuff comes on the back end. That's when all the love comes in, the family, the happiness, the walking around, holding hands around the park, thinking back at all the great memories you had, all the things that you guys did and accomplished together. That's when all the good stuff comes in on the back end. But in the beginning of it, it's rough. It's like anything else in life. Relationships are just like a muscle. You got to practice and work out and train the muscle of the relationship. If you don't do that, you're going to suffer. So make sure you take your time. Make sure you do or treat her right, because they will all come back to bite you in the ass. And make sure you make concrete decisions, and make sure you don't listen to what she tells you to do. You do what you think is best to do for the system, for everybody to survive as a unit. And when you do that, everything usually works out for the best. Appreciate you guys for listening.